What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Round League for the men's Final Four. Today's doubleheader in our first game, we have Trillest versus We Hoop for Fun. We've seen Trillest a couple times. We've seen We Hoop for Fun a few times as well. I'm Julian with my co-host here, Sam. Sam, how you doing?
Doing awesome, Julian. We're back at our favorite place to be during the week. I'm excited. We've got some new faces today, obviously a lot of familiar ones. We're going to be crowning a new champion this season in memory of Eddie Barnett, our reigning champion's not in it, so it's a vacant belt kind of tonight. So I think each of these teams has a chance to win this whole thing, so I'm really excited.
Today's matchups, out of the four teams, there'll be a brand new Round League champion. The two other teams besides IMO and Spirit of Sabonis, Goodfellas lost by 1 to Trillest. And here we go to start the game.
I don't know if we're doing another raffle between game 1 and game 2, but already a raffle-esque crowd to start this one.
And here we have to start at Nathan Walker for 2, number 17 for We Hoop for Fun. We also have number 6, Corey Thielecki, taking the ball up court, known as a high flyer to get things going early.
Some of the best ups, arguably, that we've seen here in the Round League since we've been calling these games.
And Thielecki, here we go, see if he gets up to start. Again,
got caught in between there.
Not a lot of warm-up for the Round League, so shaking off a few of that rust in the early minutes here as we have number 12, Alan Billinger, bringing the ball up for Trillest. Trillest in white, We Hoop for Fun in black.
I think Thielke on that last shot attempt felt the presence of Kevin Johnson Jr. We've seen a lot of him, 6'7". He's a bull down low.
Nathan Walker's been getting it going. Get Kevin Johnson with the board. Over to number 10, Earl Jones, who's been known to light up the boards.
Jordan Zach with the 3. Zach, a fellow former PCC Panther. I always love to give some extra love to all the PCC Panthers we have in the Round League.
The ball for We Hoop for Fun is number 1, Lance Russell, standing at 6'4", relatively large guard for the Round League here.
Yeah, it's one of the new faces I'm excited to look at. Got a nice handle for a guy 6'4".
Yeah. In addition, we have number 30, Edward Wallace, on the court for We Hoop for Fun.
Russell, the inbounder, stepping in and just giving a little bit of a seal. We always like to shine light on the set inbound action that we see here in the Round League.
And there's number 7, Sean Price gets an early look, also known to light up the scoreboard, and led Trillest in their 1-point win over Goodfellas yesterday. Again, all of these teams playing today played less than 24 hours ago in the Elite Eight.
And again, Trillest in a 1-point game. It's a high leverage situation. We hoop for fun, trying to get out in the open court whenever they can.
Over to Thielecki in the corner.
Is Thielecki the specified pronunciation? I'm saying Thielke. I very much am guessing.
Number 30, Edward Wallace, can't seem to hit it. And it makes you wonder how those back-to-back days of playing with very little warm-up is going to affect some of these players in the Final Four here.
Both these dudes both these teams were making a lot of shots in warm-ups with cold to start.
Number 12, Alan Billinger for 3, as we have it 6'4", Trillest in the lead, Trillest in white, Nathan Walker to tie it up for
Walker.
Hoop for Fun.
Putting the seal or the little bit of a chicken wing on Billinger, but taking advantage of his size. Wallace with the swat there.
Nice recovery. It looks like for a second it looked like Zach was going to get a wide open layup.
We've seen Price light it up, go for 30, close to 40 points several times, but he's 0 of 3 to start. So you know both these teams still finding the rhythm again. Played in a high-intensity playoff game less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah, and I will say, I have to give credit to Walker and Billinger diving on the floor for the ball and getting a jump ball. You don't see that too often in the Round League. As you can tell, it is getting competitive, like you said, Sam.
Stuff you don't see as much during the regular season session. Certainly not in the first 2 minutes or so of a game. Fine for Billinger.
Jones gets it to fall. Someone you want to keep a close eye on this game as they get into rhythm.
Trillest now with back-to-back threes from Billinger and Jones.
Sam, I also wonder with the weather today, it's a rainy, gloomy day in Portland, if things are going to get a little bit more chippy in here, so there's a little bit more energy to burn. And
Portland's known for a lot of things, and having poor weather affect mental health is definitely one of those. Right, we're already seeing some discussion. It seems fairly cordial. Something tells me it's not going to stay that way.
And
rebound for Johnson. He's going to get a lot of them.
Russell can't get either of the free throws to fall there. Jones with a quick heat check.
Pialecki leading the break.
Down to Russell using that size. Skip pass over to Wallace, and he gets that one to fall.
Wallace airballed his first one, but he's got a beautiful stroke. He hit about 6-7 in a row during the brief warm-up period these two teams get. Again, there was another youth basketball team using this facility less than 20, 30 minutes from tip-off. These guys don't get a lot of warm-up time.
Interesting, we see We Hoop for Fun is on the court right now, all standing around a similar size of 6'3 to 6'5, switching on defense as Corey makes a three there. Seeing if that's going to be the trend throughout the night of quick switches on D for We Hoop for Fun.
Yeah, really executing some brand of kind of positionless basketball. There's Billinger again.
Corey brings the ball up court again. And as we can see, Lance Russell's really trying to use his size down low on the matchup with Jordan Zach.
They like to go to Russell in the post at 6'4". We've also seen him bring the ball if this is there.
Earl Jones pushing the ball. We're starting to see the rhythm pick up a little bit, be a little bit quicker here, getting some good looks.
Nice tip put back by Russell.
That might be a FIBA tip in right there.
Yeah, right on cue. Some members of Trillest calling for the same thing you were, Julian. I'm not sure what the Round League interpretation on those is, if they go more towards FIBAs.
Look good. Great feed in from Earl Jones into
Beautiful
number.
basketball, the high-low feed on after Johnson got the seal.
Out to Edward Wallace.
Wallace has in-gym range, but takes Jones to the basket there.
And again,
finishes his own miss.
Utilizing that size in the mismatch with Earl Jones. Earl Jones standing about 5'8" roster height.
Seeing Billinger and Jordan Zach both do a nice job of cutting off the ball.
Kevin Johnson showing some quick hands there.
The officials really letting them play. It's just a two-man crew, and so naturally officials letting them play early on.
We do have a few quick subs coming in for Trillest and We Hoop for Fun. Always interesting with the Round League is some of these numbers don't match up. Ooh, Billinger takes one in the chin there.
Yeah. Not a lot of whistles being blown early. It's another body hitting the deck.
And here we go.
May need to get some of this area around the key mopped up. A lot of bodies hitting the floor in that exchange. The term "ball don't lie" may be becoming out of vogue a little bit after that missed free throw.
Shout out Rashid.
Shout out Rashid.
Again,
Walker misses both.
Again, it's a very competitive game here in the first game of our doubleheader for the men's Final Four. Goes on to the championship Wednesday, where you can also catch the women's championship that night as well.
Carl Williams in for We Hoop for Fun for the first time.
And again,
apologize. Again, the numbers we have do not always match up with what's on the floor. We scramble to get the right names as quickly as we can.
I will say for Ross Wright, for Carl Williams, he's the tallest 4'11" I have ever seen.
It's very impressive, yeah.
Again, here we have
the way he has stretched out his apparent 4'11" frame.
Alan Billinger at the line makes the first. Again, Trillest in white up 17-16. Gets them both to
Billinger, I believe,
fall.
was 7 early. Matthew Bayer also in for Trillest for the first time. Makes a deflection and gets the save there. Jones will pull up and hit that 9 times out of 10. Some bullet dodge for We Hoop for Fun. Wallace with it now.
Wallace continuing to try to use his size. Miguel Martin.
Martin averaging about 22 points a game, but Johnson's done a really nice job on him early.
Starting to get real physical down there.
Very physical, and again, not a ton of whistles being blown. I think the officials establishing that.
Earl Jones takes advantage of the miscommunication.
Lee hitting the deck. Jones gets the steal.
Let him get a little physical.
So first timeout of the game.
Timeout here for We Hoop for Fun. Trying to get a little bit of rhythm after a turnover in the backcourt there.
Averaging 22 a game.
And back from a quick timeout here, we have Trillest showing Sean Price, Alan Billinger, Matthew Bauer, Earl Jones, and
Billinger again.
Kevin Johnson.
I don't know that he's missed a shot, not more than one from the field in this one. I think he's up to 9 points so far. He's been huge for Trillest.
The tallest 4'11", Carl Williams for 3. Also in for We Hoop for Fun. Lance
Billinger
Russell.
hitting the heat check. It's 2 in a row.
Over to number 24, Ryan Berghardt. Sean Price.
Price's shot has been off early. We know how streaky he can be, though. Gilkey with the steal and the fadeaway. That was impressive.
Always got a reward. Sticking with the play after a missed layup makes a tough 9-footer. Over to Price, who could be an X factor for the game, just still trying to get going.
Yeah, don't let Price's slow start fool you. He can get hot just as quick. Once again, seeing guys get on the ground. Stuff your middle school basketball coaches love to see from adults playing the game the right way. playing like there's a spot in the championship on the line. Again, when is it, Julian? I apologize.
This Wednesday, we have the men's championship at 9 and the women's at 8. This is the first ever doubleheader from the Round League men's Final Four. If you're tuning in, make sure to follow the Round League on Instagram, catch some clips at halftime, some highlights, some clips, support the homies.
Miguel Martin with the bucket there. Averages 22 and a half a game, around 13 rebounds. But again, going against Johnson, he's been quiet so far. And this one, we'll see if that gets him going at all. He's nice.
Billinger's quick. Catch
Billinger
off the dribble.
Is it safe to say Billinger is playing with a bit of a chip on his shoulder due to losing to me?
Yes. He's trying to get the skills championship back, and he's playing well to start the game.
I, of course, am referring to the skills champ. There's Carl Lee's second three. He's got a good-looking shot. I'll talk about the game in front of us. I won't bring it up. I probably will bring it up again, especially if he keeps cooking like this.
Carl has put Trillest on notice here as we have a 1-point game with about 10 minutes left.
Finally misses one.
Pushing the pace. Looking
Lance
for the
Russell
putback.
wanting the foul on Johnson. Again, these officials are letting the small contact go.
The pace has picked up quite tremendously here after the halftime. Starting to get a sense of urgency.
Yeah, We Hoop for Fun's trying to make it a fast break every time, and Trillest isn't really far behind him at all. Fine from Price there.
Billinger again using that seat with a glorious up and under a la Dr. J there. Russell using that size again, taking the screen from Martin. Trillest continuing to look to push the pace here. Again, both of these teams have been in the Final Four the past few seasons, looking to finally convert to winning that championship on Wednesday.
Nice side pick and roll action there. This has been very free flowing. We haven't seen as much set stuff as we did the other night. It's been just as good basketball, though. Finally slowing it down just a little bit as they want to get Price going. Again, some off-ball contact, let go.
Still getting a little chippy, talking with the refs here. Tough job being a round league ref. Always an opinion floating around. Walker bringing the ball up. Again, using that size, getting to the lane. From previous season, I know Walker does a very great job of getting to the free throw line and hoping to convert, get a little touch.
Getting to the free throw line has been difficult for everybody in this first half. There's been a lot of contact let go. Walker, by far, been there the most, I believe. He hasn't been hitting them, though. These missed free throws have hurt We Hoop for Fun. Again, there haven't been a ton to shoot for either team. Another empty trip. And again, it's Trillest playing on the arguably crooked rim a little bit right now.
And we do have a sub in for Trillest. Number 2, Ryan Gallardo, is Earl Jones.
Jones and Billinger, despite not being the biggest guys, have done a lot of scoring at the rim and in the paint. Getting there off of drives. Uh-oh.
Corey getting up, thinking about it, but just getting it to fall. Missed a couple layups early on, but starting to get a little bit of a rhythm here. And has yet to sit out in this first half of our semifinal game.
Price from deep.
There it is, it's starting.
Shows you what kind of shooter he is when he's off to a cold start. His first make is his deepest shot of the night, and it's all dead. They don't stay cold for long. Oh!
Corey catches Sean Price talking to his own bench for energy, and
He kept us waiting with going to the finger roll first couple times. It was worth it.
I will say too, absolutely pinpoint alley-oop pass from the right wing. Those are tough in City League basketball. You can tell
Make
there's
sure to
chemistry.
shout out Russell for the pass as well. That might be the biggest bang, though, we've seen since we've been doing this.
I think I'm going to tune into the stream and see what anyone tuning in has to say about that alley-oop.
If you say you can do that, you're lying. Except me.
Ooh, Billinger almost gets the tough and one to fall. Back to the line.
Sean Price letting his bench know he wants a sub here. Coming up around the 5-minute mark. Clock again runs until the final 2 minutes of each half in these playoff games.
If you're just tuning in, Trillest in white, We Hoop for Fun in black. Billinger being the catalyst for Trillest today.
He's been on fire pretty much all half. One of the few guys who didn't get off to a little bit of a cold first few minutes in this one. It's those free throws.
And there's
Trillest up 6 now.
over to Edward Wallace, who got off to a hot start and trying to find his touch the second part of this first half. Jones really using that speed, finds Gallardo cutting. Over to Jones in the corner.
Quick ball movement. Price making the extra pass to Jones in the corner.
Johnson can't get it to fall. Over to Carl Williams, who had a hot hand for a few minutes.
Yeah, hit 2 big threes. Cold off the bench.
Bielecki using the jab step to create some separation, and
A very violent but effective jab step.
and again, majority of these teams for the round league, these starters have played good minutes after playing yesterday afternoon.
I think Price maybe did get a little bit away with a little bit of a shuffle, but he doesn't hit it. It's defensive play there and transition by Billinger.
Here we have Miguel Martin subbing in for We Hoop for Fun, and number 11, Matthew Bauer.
Got an off-ball foul called. I think Walker drew it.
The man knows how to draw a foul, I'll say that.
Even in a game where they're letting as much go as they have. Wants to clear out against the smaller defender in Jones. He's got that spin move towards his left shoulder. He's used that a couple times tonight.
Does a good job, too, of keeping a space from the baseline to give him opportunity to have room for that spin with a couple defenders.
1 foot, still 2 points. How many does he have? Billinger's up to 19 already.
Bielecki again, really doing a lot of the lifting now for We Hoop for Fun. You kind of see the determination as he's also taking the matchup for Billinger, who has 19.
We Hoop for Fun doing a ton of switching. That leaves Johnson, though, against a way smaller defender. They may need to keep Martin stuck to Johnson. It's hitting.
Ooh, I think they called a foul on that one. Might have gotten away with the travel and picked up a foul.
Let it sort itself out, but it looks like it's going to be free throws from Martin.
Yeah. Martin gets one to fall there. Again, trying to get some of that touch as we have a 4-point game here with a little under 2 minutes to go. That one did not hit the rim. We have Jones bringing the ball up court, trying to get the offense set. They're keeping an eye out for Billinger, who had the hot hand, and continues to shoot well from the corner three, all over the court
it's
tonight.
It's a wrap right now for him if he's got his feet set. That may be, even with the contest, one of his cleanest looks tonight. He's got 22 points, and I don't know if he's hit a real easy shot yet in this game. He gives it up to Jones.
Over to Johnson. Ooh, beautiful dish by Jones to Johnson to extend the lead to almost 10 with 30 seconds remaining in this first half.
Jones averaging 31 points, but also 6 assists, played at Warner Pacific. One of the more fun point guards to watch in this round league. One of the truest ones, I think, that we've watched in this.
And there it is. We've been talking about it all game, but Walker knows how to get to the line, picks up the foul for a 1-and-1.
One of the few constants in a very hectic first half has been Walker getting to the line. It's been pretty cold there, though.
Yeah, both teams not taking full advantage of the free throw situation.
All right, misses the front end of the 1-and-1 there. Trying to send the double on Billinger. I don't blame him. It leads to the turnover there.
Loses the ball going top speed. Saying we hoop for fun. Looks like Corey might have caught a dead leg there. Tries to get it off.
Quick three. Jones can't come up with it. Looks like We Hoop for Fun will get one more try with 5 seconds left. What do you know?
Another foul. Walker at the line.
Big free throws. Only 2 seconds left in the half.
47-39. We Hoop for Fun maybe even in the lead if they were shooting close to 60% from the line, but has not been that way tonight. Gets the important one to fall. Gets them both to fall. Starting to get his touch for Walker. See if we get a final shot.
Not a bad attempt. Johnson to end the half.
Good look as we go to halftime here. 47-41, Trillest up.
Any comments?
And we're back from halftime. 47-41, Trillest in the lead. Trillest in white, We Hoop for Fun in black. men's Final Four, first game of our doubleheader here. Winner goes on to play on the championship Wednesday. We've seen a great performance in the first half.
Good poke from Russell, but Billinger gets it back.
The first half notably led by Billinger, going off for 22 for Trillest. And a massive backdoor lob for Thielecki in the first half, but Billinger continues the hot
He's got
hand.
at least 25.
And Trillest just being very scrappy. Hands in all the lanes. Ooh.
Skokie was ready to pack another one home.
Glad to see he's
Hard foul there.
walking off that one with a wonky land.
Can't expect to be given a dunk like that in a round league Final Four game.
It's always the scary thing about being a leaper is sometimes through contact, got to be very careful on how you're coming down. Gets the line to get a little bit of touch here, feeling a little tightness in the elbow from what it looks like. Again, both teams have been in the semifinals multiple times over the past season, sometimes in the finals, but never to convert to a round league championship.
Both trying to take advantage of the absence again of the current defending champ in memory of Eddie Barnett, who's not entered in this postseason.
We have Jones in the corner just using the speed. Great dribble hesitation to get Carl Williams up in the air.
Yeah, kind of burned Williams a little bit. That's certainly not the first time this is true tonight, but that one will be for the gram later. We will be seeing that on the shout-outs to the Round League Instagram. Johnson going behind the back. Filthy with the throw.
Behind the back to Johnson, but recovery. Put it off the board by Thielecki.
Nice
Gets the
speed from
layup.
Russell there. That was a big bucket for We Hoop for Fun. Get it back under double digits. It's been a good start to the second half for Trillest.
Over to Russell. Another layup.
Nice execution on the 3-on-2 break for We Hoop for Fun. Again, they're trying to make it a fast break every single time. Trillest may be slowing things down just a bit.
And We Hoop for Fun just trying to put a little bit of a rhythm together. Sean Price is swamped up top.
Wave off the shot. Trillest bench not happy with the call. I think there were a number of fouls they could have called on that play. Apparently they called one before Billinger was going up with that.
No NBA continuation here, but Kevin Johnson gets the foul. And at halftime, we're notified that there is a challenge available for each team if needed.
We've only seen once, but keep in mind if this game remains close, which I think it certainly will, in the closing moments, each team has the option to challenge a call if they need to.
Johnson at the line getting some touch. Really cleaned up the boards today. We Hoop for Fun, a little bit of a struggle to get the ball in a couple times today just from the pesky Earl Jones. Over to Carl Williams.
He's been automatic on the catch and shoots. I think he's 3 of 3, all on catch and shoot jumpers for 8 points.
Billinger catches Jordan Zach a little off guard there.
A little too much that time, but again, Zach doing a nice job of diving to the rim when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. Big three from Thielke.
Starting to field again to bring it within a 4-point game. Game of runs today, really, Sam. Sean Price with the answer.
Hasn't been his biggest game, but he's hit a couple of huge threes.
Have a 3-on-1.
Goes to the Euro there.
And rewarded with the 3 from Earl Jones. Just when We Hoop for Fun thought they had it, goes up to a 10-point game.
Yeah, 2 threes in a span of about 7-8 seconds or so. Thielke's got another answer. Starting to rain inside.
Little
Jim, I avoided the pun as long as I could, Julian, but it is raining a lot, literally outside and also figuratively inside.
See a little show of respect between Sean Price and Thielke.
Price maybe trying to sell the contact a bit, but doesn't get the call on that 3 attempt.
Martin over to Wallace. And there it is.
Everything falling for We Hoop for Fun right now.
Get a foul.
Oh, with some subs.
And here we have checking in Ryan Berghardt and Nathan Walker.
Wallace and Thielke, kind of two of the hot hands for We Hoop for Fun right now.
Billinger has been quiet for a couple minutes here, trying to get some rhythm back.
Whistle on that drive.
Nathan Walker finds a
Nice
cutting
find.
Berghardt.
Oh. Johnson's played a great game. Hasn't scored a ton as much as we've seen him in the past, but he's contributed offensively. It's been everywhere on defense. It's not his first rejection.
You'd have to imagine Kevin Johnson Jr. is playing with a pretty high plus-minus right now, filling basically everything up besides the points, and helping give Trillest this opportunity to extend their lead. Ooh, quick turnover to Price.
I think Burkhardt thought Price was a member of his team.
Pace has slowed down a little bit here. Get called for the moving screen, Jordan Zach.
Don't know that we'd seen that call yet in this game tonight.
And again, I think number 17, Nathan Walker for We Hoop for Fun, might have drawn at least 7 fouls off of Trillest.
Whatever the total foul count is, Walker has drawn at least half, I would guess. Kick from Walker. Williams again. Williams is a green release. When he's got his feet set with a little bit of space, I don't think he's missed tonight.
And now we're back at a 1-point game after Trillest was up 10 just a few moments ago.
Maybe the pass of the night from Johnson, but Price couldn't quite finish.
Walker loses a little bit of control there trying to gather. The pace has slowed down a little bit, just trying to get some good set shots. Jordan Zach misses the 10-footer.
Yeah, and we talked about how each of these teams won a playoff game less than 24 hours ago. See if fatigue becomes a factor the way it seemed to be in the opening minutes. Good 3 from Walker there.
Yeah, Walker hits a 3 to bring We Hoop for Fun up by 2.
They've trailed by, what, as much as 11 in the second half?
And this is where you start to see a little bit of that fatigue from playing yesterday and then going through a full work day into tonight's game. Cold gym as well.
Not to mention the other life obligations each of these individuals has. Promise you this basketball game was not the only thing on their schedule today. As much as I wish it was. Big answer from Jones there.
some of these moments that you see during the game.
Good board from Russell. Just did a bucket to put We Hoop for Fun back up 1.
And there's Kevin Johnson Jr. getting his hands on the ball again.
Fielke's going to give Williams a rest. Fielke hasn't spent much time on the bench in this one.
Walker down in the post, looking for some movement. Jones gets a hand on the ball.
He's done that a ton. Coming down as a 5'8" guard, digging the low post.
Up to Burghardt. Gets his feet set. Gets it to fall.
I'm trying to leave the reigning Huns alone, but they've hit so many threes in the second half. I have lost count completely. Shout outs to the stat keepers here in the round league.
Over to Price, a little bit short.
Time they get Jones for the foul. I thought he had another clean deflection to break up a fast break.
And again, Walker back to the line. Things starting to get a little bit chippy here as we get down to the championship minutes of this semifinals game.
We're going to look at how many free throws Walker's got here in a second, but it's got to be more than the rest of the players combined, right?
Yeah, easily. And he's starting to get them to fall, which is a big upside for We Hoop for Fun as the first half.
I think he missed 4, maybe even 5 in a row in that first half, and he's hit at least that many since then. He's got a nice looking stroke. This has got to be the largest lead of the game right now for We Hoop for Fun.
Foul on the ground there. And that answers the question I'm wondering is, when is Billinger going to start to try to get a little bit more active here?
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get cooking again the way he was in that first half. They've got the 6'4" Russell guarding him right now, though. Price and Johnson not on the same page there. Let Walker bring the ball at the court here. Haven't seen him do that a ton in this game. He's calling a play out. Also something we haven't seen We Hoop for Fun do a lot of.
Russell using his body weight.
Like Russell's game, one of the newer faces we haven't seen as much of. It's been huge in the second half.
Walker trying to sit down on Jones, just shows off the speed, comes up a bit short, looking for a foul call.
Jones and Billinger aren't scoring on some of those drives they were getting to go every time in the first half. Billinger gets a good rebound here. Great play
Good
by
jump ball.
Burghardt.
Trillest looks to
Clean
take a
block on
timeout.
Price.
As we go into timeout, We Hoop for Fun up 71 over Trillest 63. The 9 over the 4 currently. Coming back from timeout for Trillest and White, we have Alan Billinger, Sean Price, Jordan Zach, Matthew Bauer, and Earl Jones Jr. Billinger to the corner to get something going. Can't get it to fall. We Hoop for Fun in black with Edward Wallace, Miguel Martin, Ryan Burghardt, Court Galecki, and Lance Russell.
Trillest goes small out of the timeout. They give Johnson a 6-7 big arrest, and Fielke immediately gets the dunk.
And that's what you hate to see out of your own timeout. Missed opportunity into energizing dunk on the other end. Oh,
See if Russell can
Lance
catch
reads
up
it
with this
perfect.
one. Doesn't want to go for the corner three. He'll wait for his teammates. We hoop for fun up 10. They're trying to be a little more patient than we've seen them be most of this game.
Again, 10 minutes still left in the second half of this semifinals matchup, where you do want to be careful trying to conserve clock.
This is Martin with the tip-in on his own miss. He's been going against Johnson in the post all game, averages about 22. What's been very quiet, but takes advantage of going against the 5'8 Jones.
Corey gets caught reaching in as we are seeing Billinger leading Soren trying to get a little bit more aggressive. As Kevin Johnson Jr. comes back in.
To attack off the dribble just about every time he gets the ball. It's a very quick rest for Johnson. Yeah, they can't afford to have him on the bench right now.
Johnson Jr. at the top.
Trillest gone cold as a team a little bit right now.
You can tell a little bit of the defensive communication has quieted down, the chippiness has quieted down. There just might be a little bit of fatigue occurring here, saving some energy.
Seems more and more the noise is being directed towards questionable calls. Less than more of the details.
And now we're getting to the point where We Hoop for Fun might be getting into foul territory and putting a 1-on-1.
Billinger pump fakes Martin off his feet. Hope everybody's okay.
That looked like
It was a loud thud there.
Martin tried to save Billinger from the tough foul and finds himself under Billinger.
These players, shout out to everybody, mopping up the moisture with their sneakers, keeping this court as dry as they can. You got a shoe of the game, Julian?
Yeah, shoe of the game goes over here to Earl Jones Jr. in the Paul George 2 multicolor. It's one of those little subtle color, but with his speed, it just matches his game. Really enjoy that.
It really does fit his game well, and a bit of a deep cut as well, the Paul George 2s. Big free throws from Billinger. That stops quite a bit of a drought.
A little bit of miscommunication. Again, this might be the second or third turnover from We Hoop for Fun, just trying to get the ball in after a May Beckett.
Yeah, getting under 8 minutes to play. It's a 10-point game. Again, we have a running clock as Johnson brings Martin into the low post and draws the foul. When it looks like we may see Trillest start to press a little bit. Still plenty of time left, but they're feeling that urgency. We're up as much as 11 earlier in this second half, and now down 10.
Ooh, gets the shooter's touch here to roll. This is where free throws become very important. Battle a little bit of fatigue. And to be honest, right now, the game is in an awkward rhythm. A lot of stoppage.
Even more important at this juncture because the clock is rolling while you're shooting them.
And wow, we saw a full 5-man press from Trillest here. You don't see that too often.
This 2-2-1, it looks like just trapping press is giving We Hoop for Fun's all kinds of problems. Russell finding Fielke on the cut but can't finish.
We get a late whistle here. Get into the court. That's the tough thing about running a full court press is that if it does get broken and you're left with 2 men in the backcourt, it is a bit of energy to get back to transition and
Fast break situation.
And experienced players like Corey Thielke here saw that, made the cut to the bucket, picked up a foul, and got to the line. Also kills some time on the clock.
And once again, they go with the substitution between these free throws, which just allows a few more seconds to roll. Thielke to take a few extra paces with the basketball and the clock running. Gets both to go.
Ooh. Earl with a turnover here. Nice one hand as Corey rocks the baby after the layup here. We Hoop for Fun doing a good job keeping their lead at 10 here and keeping the hands out of Trillest's main catalyst, Billinger. And here we are at 1-1 with 5 minutes to go. We can hear, it is a pretty loaded gym in here tonight, Sam, for the men's semifinals, first game of our doubleheader. Coming up after this game, we have the Bad Boys versus D Generation X. Winner of that game will play the winner of this game Wednesday.
Once again, going to be a lot of familiar faces, but also a few new ones that are really good players I'm excited to see. Again, Trillest picking up full court, but not trapping here, at least yet. Now here comes Jones. Walker trying to do too much on his own.
Ooh.
Thielke with the cross-court find, though.
Edward Wallace makes him pay, but I will give my hats off to Alan Billinger here, who's picking up 3/4 court and also trying to handle the offensive workload for Trillest in this game.
Yeah, he's got around 30 points and also playing his ass off defensively. Johnson makes that 99 out of 100 times.
Again, another foul here, but time is winding down at this 1-1 stage with Trillest in white, We Hoop for Fun in black in this 11-point ball game. Winner moving on to the championship. Oh, it appears we're in double bonus. I thought it was a 1-1, but
down to crunch time here, only 3.5 left. Trillest no choice really but to stick with this press down 10. Good move getting the ball into the hands of Thielke.
Ooh, finds the lead through.
A little bit of a dangerous pass, but a great bounce pass there.
This is really coming down to who can handle the ball. And that's, put it on record, that's three bangers for Corey Thielke.
They have had to have that one. That last dunk from Thielke followed by a quick miss could be close. Well, no, more time than on clock than I thought. They've got to count that one, yeah. Russell maybe with his play of the game. He's been huge for We Hoop for Fun.
Foul at this stage, you want to make sure you do your most to prevent the and one from continuing.
Not sure what changed. Russell, again, he played this whole game, and you may not have known that he is a left-handed shooter. There's a lot of silk to his game.
Yeah, and some of that factor might just be a little bit of fatigue falling in for Trillest, only having really 6 players playing tonight.
Offensive rebounding really hasn't been the issue most of this game for Trillest, but they're giving up 2. And so with under 2 minutes left, clock will run.
Yeah, Trillest trying to get the clock to stop, but you do have to bring it to 10 or less as Miguel Martin misses at the line.
Again, this is all just time lost for Trillest right now. Martin gets 1 out of 2.
One to fall. I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little bit and get some buckets.
Good finish for Billinger. Saw him do that a lot more in the first half, though. They've missed the hooks at the paint from he and Jones.
Yeah.
Not sure why they're fouling with the clock running on dead ball still.
And again at the line comes Nathan Walker.
I suppose with no shot clock.
And again,
we hoop for fun from DeStall in it.
first game of our doubleheader here. Coming up next is Bad Boys versus D-Generation X. Again, all four of these teams playing today looking to get their first championship. Little round league history as Walker gets the putback from his own miss. There have only been 3 men's teams to win a championship out of the 7 seasons so far.
We will be crowning a new 4th one, is that correct?
That is correct.
On Wednesday night, Johnson with the finish, but we hoop for fun up 15.
And this a new champion might get our perennial champions in memory of Eddie Barnett Jr. in as we call game with Hooper Fun winning 90 over Trillest 76 in today's first of the men's Final Four.